are we gonna go?
So snake
way?
again, Mike.
Or this way?
Snake, bro. I'm gonna do that from now on. And your color is gonna be red, right?
Red?
Yeah.
No, blue.
Blue. You're blue, and I'll be purple.
Okay.
Okay.
So we do.
So, are we ready for week 3?
I am ready for week 3. How about you?
I'm thinking I just might.
Mm.
Yeah, so we were going over how good our picks were last week, how bad they were.
Oh man.
There were some upsets.
So normally, it's always said that week 1 you should manage your expectations of teams because you're still trying to figure out where they're at, so they can start off slow. So week 2, you kind of got more of an idea of what's going on. Obviously, last week we still didn't have an idea of what was going on. Some of our picks just didn't pan out. And starting with
our upsets were we picked Baltimore to win, they lost.
Yeah.
And we picked the Colts to win, but because we expected Jordan Love being out.
Yeah, with the injury, I just didn't see that offense really.
The Green Bay came and they wanted that, dude.
They
Lazard got his
running game.
Not Lazard,
and he got him through. Yeah.
Definitely not. But did Aaron Jones get hurt? Oh, wait, he's not even on the Packers anymore.
No, actually, he did get banged up a little bit.
Right, but we'll talk about that. Yeah. The other one, it was Brownies one, I think. We picked them.
Yeah, and then
Deshaun Watson got it done or whatever.
Yeah, but then the heartbreaker on Monday night with the Eagles and the
the Bird game.
Falcons.
We got that wrong.
No one saw that coming. Let's just be serious. We all
Captain Kirk. I thought you liked Captain Kirk.
And for 4 quarters, it was looking that way to be an Eagles game, and I was like, finally, we're gonna hit on something. And no. Like a minute and 47.
Yeah, most of the picks were good though. Definitely better than I did the week before. But so
hey, I would say that if this was on account of thing, we still had more wins than losses.
Yeah, we definitely did.
So trust me, I know this because I did a 15-leg parlay last week with picking all teams.
Oh, really?
So that's how I know. I still made out kind of good.
All right, well, yeah, so it was Thursday's game, so 2 days ago.
Yeah, so we were trying something new last week.
Jets,
with,
J-E-T-S,
giving the future
Jets.
night games a go at it, so we picked the Patriots over the Jets.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, that was not the case.
That didn't work out.
I don't know what happened to the Patriots, whether they're still trying to figure out their game plan, but they just did not show up. I mean, you're going into the second half of this ball game, and you only got, 38 or 48 yards total, and the other team already has 179 total yards on offense. Aaron Rodgers really got it going this week.
Yeah, he did very well.
Yeah.
I don't even think he threw a pick.
No.
But he got his boy Lazard a touchdown.
He got a touchdown to Alan Lazard. He got it to Garrett Wilson.
He did get one? Oh, yeah, that's right. He did get two.
Yeah. I know he's been trying to get him the ball more. But what was interesting, though, was on the first drive, his first long ball was to Mike Williams. Now, obviously, he was on a snap count, obviously. But that still shows future signs for those that are waiting patiently on their fantasy lineups and, on their fantasy benches. I hope he's still on your bench because you got to wait till he's fully ready and gets the game plan in and fully ready to play on the field. I think he's going to be in a snap count, but that's something to look forward to. Aaron Rodgers, better than last week. That Patriots defense, even though it didn't show it, but that's really the only bright point of that game was the Patriots defense, because that game could have gotten a lot worse than that. But yeah, they got to change some things with the Patriots. That's just not going to work. And obviously, it's a rivalry game, so things are different, but yeah.
Oh, well, on to first game, I guess.
All right, so we're going to go to the Giants and the Browns.
Brownies.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah. Sean Watson, buddy, in the house.
I think I'm going to go with the Browns.
Of course, we're going to go with the Browns. I will never bet with the Giants. You crazy?
I would second that. the Giants. I'm sorry for those of you that had to witness Danny Dimes cashing in all them dimes, but he's just not worth the money. I don't think. I mean, he's getting the ball to Neighbors, and it's passing around to Wendell Robinson. He threw a touchdown. That team, all it has is a running game right now, and they're trying to pass. I think the Browns, even though Watson is still trying to find his groove, I think they're the better team in this, both defense and offensively. I mean, Amari Cooper still hasn't found a connection with Watson yet, but I think down the road during the season they're finally going to get it. Jerry Jeudy really looked like a...
Well, it said Chubb is on PUP. What does that mean?
PUP is they're unable to perform list, so they expect them to come back. It's just easing them back in.
Okay.
So that's the only typical coming off injury.
Oh yeah. So Watson had no touchdowns, 186
It's the player
yards.
unable to perform list.
Player unable to perform.
Yeah.
Yeah, Watson only had 186 yards and no touchdowns, but no fumbles. He did run one in for a touchdown.
Right. Well, that's the thing is all they need is just consistency on offense and just let the defense work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But yeah, I think the Browns are gonna win on this one.
All right.
That's my pick.
That's a good pick. I mean, yeah, I just don't see the Giants doing anything. And they have some troubles. And you think it's bad now, it's going to be way worse as the season continues.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
You said you were blue.
Yeah.
Blue. Eagles. Do we trust the Birds again? I don't know, man.
Eagles and the Saints.
Ooh. Is Hill back? Hill's back, right? That wannabe quarterback or whatever.
I would say, well, first you got A.J. Brown, who's out. But that Eagles team is still good. You got Jalen Hurts. You got Barkley, who's going to have a phenomenal season.
Do you think he's got a touchdown against
Barkley?
the Saints?
Yeah, Barkley can.
Okay.
This is a different ball game. He's under a whole different offensive line. Now the defense is a different issue. That defense isn't stopping anything. And I should know, I let their defense start for me twice in a league. Didn't work out. I see the Saints winning this one. That offense is clicking. Kubiak is the new offensive coordinator. Where Carr's looking good. He's turned back the hands of time.
I mean, they were playing the Cowboys.
Yeah, but the Cowboys, their defense is not bad.
Carr had only 11 throws for 243 yards.
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, 1 pick.
He was looking good. That Saints offense and defense.
But what about Kamara, man? Was he getting red zone touchdowns? He said he got 3. Or was he just making breakaways?
Sleeping on Kamara. The talent's still there.
Yeah, but their defense stepped up. They picked Dak off twice.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, and I think
that's that $240 million quarterback, isn't it, for 4 years?
That was part of the Eagles' problem last week, though, with Hurts throwing a pick. Was that first of the season?
Mm-hmm.
It definitely didn't help him.
Yeah, I'm definitely feeling the Saints on this one. Everyone's healthy.
I'm still gonna vote for the Philly.
If AJ Brown was not out this week, I'll be saying that. It's just, even though that offense is still gonna do its thing, the Saints are hot, and I think they're gonna keep it rolling this week.
All right. So we're split on this.
I'm
we split on both
touch
picks.
and go when it comes to that Eagles.
So there's no way we're getting this picks wrong.
Now, as for fantasy standpoints,
you said you think Kamara's got a touchdown?
Obviously, you want to start Jalen Hurts. Even though the Saints have good defense, you still start Jalen Hurts. Barkley, that's an easy pick. He should stay in lineups. Their tight end Goddard, Bench the Eagles defense. I don't think they're going to be able to stop the Saints offense right now. If you have Derek Carr, he's a perfect streaming option this week. Derek Carr was just like a QB2 stream when there's a good match, and now he's looking like he could be streaming every week quarterback in fantasy as long as he keeps up these numbers. He's had 2 weeks solid with over 20 some points, so that's promising. I mean, like I said, Kubiak and Alive and
Olave or whatever.
I don't know how to say his name.
Right.
Olive, Alive. I'm just gonna say Olive now.
Well, Taysom Hill is doubtful actually, so he's not playing.
That's not going to bother anything.
I know,
He's
and I'm just
player.
giving a heads up. People are looking for their.
Well, yeah, the ones that would need like a tight end put through, but you can find something better out there.
Yeah, there's definitely there should be anyway.
Oh, and don't forget Rashid. Oh
Yeah, he
man,
had
what
a
a
very
touchdown
good game.
last week!
Texans, they had a rough win over. Was it Chicago?
Well, I can tell you, it's not going to get any easier. They're going up against the Vikings.
And
The Vikings have the number one defense the past couple of weeks. And they're firing on all cylinders. They've got, Sam Darnold. He's looking good. Aaron Jones, I see him having a good game as well.
he's playing.
Yeah. Is Justin Jefferson...
Sure.
That was the one player I forgot to make sure was playing. Other than that, when it comes down to it, man, it's going to be a tough one. I really like the Texans this year, but they don't have Nixon this week. Damian Pierce is out as well, so they're counting on Cam Akers to step up as a running back. So those of you that are in desperate mode for a running back in fantasy, if you need to and he's available, go pick up Cam Akers. He is the starter. He'll probably still share carries with the other backup. I think it's Vaughn. I'm not sure. I don't have it in front of me. But,
By the way, Mixon is out.
yeah, Mixon is out. But the firepower in the air is still there. They got Diggs, they got Dell, they got Nico, Schultz. He's still ready to go. So I know he held a questionable tag all week long.
Jefferson
but he's
is
good to go.
set to play.
All right, yeah, Jefferson's good to go.
Says he's clear to play for week 3. The superstar wideout was limited in practice on Wednesday with a quad injury, but guaranteed on Thursday he'll suit up for the weekend.
Man, I really want to say the Texans, but a part of me wants to say it's going to be the Vikings that gets this.
I'm going Texans. Mike's not going to pick. He's being a little loser. Running out of time, Doug. What do you got? What do you guys think? Do you guys think...
You know what?
Tell me what, Mike.
Give me the Vikings on this one.
You're going to go Vikings on this one. Alright. Oh boy, here we go. You're Baker.
I love talking about Baker.
You do. Oh, that's
All right,
nice.
so we got the Buccaneers, the Broncos. I think this is going to be the Buccaneers match right here. I think they're going to win. Baker Mayfield is looking good. It's his second year in that offense.
I don't know.
Everything's clicking.
The stats were okay last week.
Yeah, but he's finding when he can't get it to Mike Evans, he finds Chris Godwin.
He got Godwin in for
And
over 100
Godwin
yards and a
was
touchdown. Yeah.
Excellent last week. Now, Rashad White is battling a growing injury, but he is set to play. And with that being said, Bucky Irving is still going to share carries too to relieve that stress. But I think it's going to be the Bucs in this win. Bo Nix is still learning his way on the Broncos as a starting quarterback. Obviously, they got Sutton and newly acquired over the offseason.
Their quarterback is Nix, though, right?
Yeah.
Bo Nix.
He's still learning his way.
Still learning his way. He had 2 picks, no touchdowns.
Javonte Williams is struggling, so that offense is still, figuring things out. So I think it's going to be the Bucs on this one. Hopefully, no one has to rely on anybody with the Broncos offense on fantasy because it's just not going to get it done this week against the Buccaneers defense. So I go Bucs.
Yeah, we're both going to go Bucs. On to Tennessee for the Green Bay Packers.
Titans and the Packers.
Roaring.
I saw that Jordan Love was questionable.
No. Oh, really?
Is he going to start this week? Because I do know that Josh Jacobs was questionable all week, but he is good to go. Everybody else is healthy on that offense. But is Jordan Love clear to go?
Oh, let's
Well-
find out.
Well, while we wait on that, let's get you to Tennessee as well. I do know Hopkins is back.
Questionable.
Okay, questionable. I think
Hopkins is back, huh?
Hopkins is back, but they still didn't get the ball to him, and I don't see him as a wide receiver 1. I think he's he'll catch everything, but the speed's not there anymore. I think
You
the
don't know
Packers
that.
are going to rely more on their running game in this one.
Jacobs, right?
Yeah, now obviously the Titans do have a stiff defense, but I think the Packers will find their way in this one, and I think they're going to get that one.
They have a Tony Pollard on their team. What do you think? You think he's got a touchdown in?
Tony Pollard, it's doable against the Packers, but I see him being more of a touchdown dependent because he's really sharing time with Spears, Taj.
Who's questionable right now.
Yeah.
So that should be interesting.
I see Pollard as a flex option.
Okay.
I wouldn't use him as a running back 1 or running back 2, but as a flex, if you need it, do it. For sure.
And what about Reed? You think he'll get a touchdown?
Reed?
Packers.
I couldn't guarantee that, especially against his defense. And that would depend if Jordan Love is back. If Jordan Love does suit up, I see that doable. But if not, I don't.
So who are you picking?
I'm picking the Packers.
Yeah, me too.
I messed up last week, and
Sorry, Packers. We lost faith in you.
well, losing a quarterback is completely different than just losing just one wide receiver or like a running back. Like you're losing that captain of that team, that leader. So he's the one that's not calling the plays, but he's the one that's in the middle, that's in control of those plays of happening, whether it's passing or handing the ball off. All right, so our next matchup is the Chargers and the Steelers.
No. S draft, bro.
Oh, so we're going down to the...
Yeah.
Okay. We could have just went to that next. All right.
No. You gotta follow the order.
All right, so we're going to do it that way. So next up is the Bears and the Colts.
That's right. Bears votes. So the quarterback for the Colts. How's he looking these days?
Caleb Williams.
You're going to Caleb Williams again.
He's a rookie. I think he's doing all right. They're not going to have Keenan Allen for his second week. But
What's wrong with
but
that?
they do have DJ Moore. It's his something with his foot. I believe it's his ankle. But it's been holding him out for about 2 weeks. And the Colts, I think this game could really go either way.
I don't have a lot of faith in the Bears quarterback.
It kind of depends on if Richardson can get the ball going.
He's gonna throw a pick or two.
Yeah.
But Taylor, you gotta get Taylor going. You need.
I'm going to say the Colts in this one.
Yeah, I'm going Colts too.
Yeah.
Anything else to add? Let's see the stats from last week. Anything even worth mentioning? The Bears had a bad game, that bad loss to the Texans, and people were not happy with Williams. Obviously, they're talking trash, but it's one game. He's just young. He's a rookie.
Well, he's still learning.
He needs to stay out of the spotlight. I know it was trending a video of they were dapping up saying goodbye, at the end of the game, and quarterback to quarterback, CJ came up and he was talking to him and explaining the stuff in his ear. And he just kind of like shrugged up. He's like, all right, cool, thanks, man. And then he just like walked off. It's like, so that video was trending and people were like, look at this guy. I was like, okay, he just had a rough game. He probably didn't want to hear it,
Well, that's, CJ Stroud trying to,
But yeah, because in Indianapolis' loss to the Packers, Richardson threw 3 interceptions. So you definitely don't want to do that with the Bears. That's
he's still learning to be a passing quarterback. He's a mobile quarterback. He's better with his legs. He's not your average quarterback. So yeah, he's just the guy that's, I wouldn't put him in the same league as Lamar.
Right. All right. Well,
you're gonna have your good games and your bad games. He would be a good game.
Yeah, Williams threw 2 picks last game also. So it looks like if you got their defenses, Colts, Bears, that might be something worth doing. I don't know. You'll definitely guaranteed a couple picks with either team you pick. So. All right, on to the Chargers and the Steelers.
Well, the Steelers, they're going to go with Jaden again. Was that his name, the quarterback?
I don't think so, man.
What's his name?
His name is Loser. No, I'm just kidding. Fields?
Fields.
Yeah, Justin Fields, right?
I said Jalen.
Yeah, I was like,
Justin
I don't think
Fields. He is going to get the start again?
Yeah, it says Russell is questionable.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if he was or not. Fields is definitely winning Mike Tomlin.
But the Chargers isn't. Yeah, Herbert's out also. So who's going to be their starter? Probably don't even know, do you?
He's got a weird name.
Weird name. You heard it here first, folks.
Well, anyways, I believe this is going to be Steelers football.
Yeah, Steelers Nation.
I think the Chargers are going to have to rely on their running game, so I wouldn't see the running game going off on this. They're facing the Steelers, but you're going to see more of Gus Edwards involved.
Gus Edwards, you think he's
just
going to have a
because
good
Herbert's out. I can see him being the touchdown vulture in this one. So if there was any week to really start him, it would be this one because clearly.
Yeah, you're going to rely a lot on the run.
Yeah, because clearly they're leaning more towards J.K. Dobbins. He's looking good this year. He's finally healthy, but I think Edwards is going to get a little more playing time this week. So it's going to be more of probably not 50-50, maybe a 60-40. But yeah. The Steelers, they're going to find a way to win this one.
Yeah, they have one of the best defenses in the league right now. So I don't think the Chargers. Well, you don't know Harbaugh. He's the coach, right?
Yeah.
He's got some tricks up his sleeve, but that defense, I don't know. He's going to read that, but
yeah, I just don't think this is going to be their week.
Nah. All right, we pour on to Miami. Our regrets and sadness.
Oh man, Miami against the Seahawks. Tua is once again out and has been placed on IR due to another concussion. We don't know if this is going to be for the entire season or if he is going to come back. But if he is coming back, it's going to be down the road. It's not going to be anytime soon. So that does changes things up in this offense. They now got to go to their backup.
Hey, Miami has Odell Beckham on pup.
I don't think they're really worried about Beckham. They got Waddle and Tyreek Hill.
Who's throwing him?
It's gonna be his last name starts with an S. No one knows him. because they weren't expecting Tua to go down this soon. The Seahawks looked really good last week. I like what I'm seeing from them too, and not to mention their defense. I think the Seahawks are going to win this game. Geno Smith is finding his connection with DK. Even Lockett showed up a little bit last week. I know he was missing the week before. Yeah,
DK had a blow up game, so
Mhm.
hopefully he can do it again. But it does say Walker is doubtful.
Yeah, it's gonna be. We named him Chardonnay. week, so
Yeah, and he's a very good
We're
player.
gonna stick with that. Yes,
Yeah.
he is. He's another good option. I liked him Betty. I liked him better than that other player that they used to have for the past couple of years for backup to Walker, Rashad Penny. Yeah, I think he's better. But I think this is gonna be Seahawks ball.
Sweet, me too. Poor Tua. But yeah, a lot of people are talking about
just-
him retiring.
It's just unfortunate, but without Tua, I just don't see that offense being the same. Now, I'm not saying that those playmakers can't do their jobs. I just don't see it being able to happen.
So do you think, if you had to pick running touchdown or a passing touchdown with A-Chain or Hill to get one? Guaranteed touchdown, A-Chain or Hill.
I think they're gonna run with it.
So A-Chain.
Yeah.
That's probably your best
Yeah.
option. All right. Ooh, the poopy Carolina Panthers. I love it.
Ooh, Carolina versus the Oakland Raiders. The Raiders did beat my team last week, the Ravens.
It's Minshew throwing, right?
Yeah. They're facing the Panthers, who are now turning to Andy Dalton. Bryce Young has not been looking good. I've been saying that.
Did they pull him?
Yeah, he got pulled, and
Yeah.
and now Dalton is the start quarterback going into this week. So I think that looks good for Thielen. I think it looks good for Johnson on that team for that move, and that rookie out there.
Yeah, they lost to the Chargers 26-3.
Yeah,
They didn't score anything.
because they just couldn't get anything going. I think they'll have a different.
Yeah, the
Play
quarterback,
this
84
week.
yards, 1 pick, dude. That's not good, bro.
But I still don't think they're going to be able to get it done this week. I think the Raiders are going to get the win.
I think the Raiders have got it. The Raiders are on a win. They
Man.
beat your Ravens. You know?
Brock Bowers looks good. He's the real
Bowers,
deal.
yeah.
And not to mention, you got Devontae Adams. Zamir White still got some things to prove to me. But if it comes down to it, I got to go Raiders on this game.
Yeah. What about Henry? You think? Not Henry. My bad. Touchdown. Do you think he'll have Adams
Oh, yeah.
or?
I think Adams can get a touchdown here. Yeah. Zamir can definitely get one here.
But if you had to pick one from the Raiders to score.
Oh, it's going to be Devontae Adams. It's going to be Gunnar Minshew.
Yeah, that's what I'm.
And I think, like I said, on Carolina side, the Raiders have a mid-pack defense. They're the middle of the pack. They're like top 15, top 14. I do think Andy Dalton comes in and does change things. I think the offense will click a little more. I think Thielen's going to be one of his favorite targets because they really heated up last year when he stepped in. But I just don't think...
Well, he's slow
gonna be
start
enough.
this year.
Yeah, I just don't think it's going to be enough to seal the deal. Yeah, he had a slow start, but that was because quarterback issues.
Yep, definitely quarterback.
Obviously Thielen doesn't have the speed anymore, but he's still a big playmaker who's got hands and he can make big plays. Out of that entire lineup of wide receivers, I still see him being the big playmaker. So
Okie dokie. Niners, Rams. LA.
Niners and Rams. So the Niners don't have Debo, but then on the other side, the Rams don't have Puka Nuka. They don't have Cooper Kupp this week. They're going to have to roll with guys like DeMarcus Robinson and Ty Johnson. Or Tyrell Johnson. I might have said that wrong. I still see this being 49ers game. The 49ers obviously are missing Debo and they're missing Christian McCaffrey. But obviously that running game has not changed. I think Jordan Mason has stepped up and has filled those shoes nicely.
Well, Kittle's out too.
Yeah, Kittle is going to be out this week.
So you're down CMC,
so
down
that
Kittle,
is
you're
a
down
safety
Debo.
blanket, but I still think they're going to find a way.
But even Bosa is questionable, and he's defense.
Yeah. On the Rams side, they're obviously going to lean on Kyron Williams.
Yeah, and Nuka he's on IR.
Now,
so
Puka,
he's on IR.
Yeah, and obviously Puka Nuka and Cooper Kupp being out, that changes things.
Yeah.
So that's what's kind of making me want to lean more towards the 49ers in this game.
You like their running back.
Jordan Mason, yeah.
Yeah, Mason.
I think,
and they still got Ayuk, right? So,
yeah.
I mean,
he's going to get a chance to prove that he is a number one receiver.
Yeah, I'm still.
And he's getting paid like one.
But still, I could still see that game going anyway.
Oh yeah, it can go either way. I just got faith in the Niners.
Because if Stafford can step it up, but I don't know, he's going to need help.
Yep.
All right, Lions again, bro. Detroit. I think it's in. Oh, it's in Cardinals. Here's the news on the Cardinals. So they had to put out an apology.
Really?
Let's see if I can find the apology.
What do they do now?
Well, they were in the news and people were not happy. So this what do you call a patron, I guess, and there was a Cardinals fan was going to the stadium wearing a hat. Do you know what this hat said?
Let's go Cardinals?
No, it was a political hat.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, and so it was obviously for a certain candidate running for president.
Right.
And they said, you can't bring that hat into the stadium.
Mm-hmm.
So she was like, okay, I'll just take it off and put it in my pocket. And they're like, no, I need to see you throw it away.
Throw it away?
That's what
Wow.
That's what I was reading.
Wow. Now I can understand.
They have a code of conduct what you can and can't wear.
Now I can understand. One, it's a private business.
And, it's just private property.
If you have something listed, and
you can't just go around saying F people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And obviously, they know that right now politics is heated, so they want to try to prevent that.
Trying to find.
So I would say, don't have anything, political, but you can't tell them to go throw it away. That's just, being political bias. I don't believe, politics deserves a place in sports at all. I think as fans, this is our way of getting away from reality and having a good time rooting for our teams. I don't think politics should have any play in that. But for that fan, Now, I think the fans should be able to wear it, but I do understand.
It was a
the
season ticket holder,
private,
and they were forced. Well, I don't know. They apologized,
right,
for forcing her to throw her 4-letter word hat into the trash.
Oh, so it said F somebody?
No. I just don't want to say.
Oh, okay.
Which president they're going for.
Like I said, I truly believe the fans should be able to, but
it was the GM that won them.
But obviously, the private businesses does hold that ability to
right. But they were saying this because of the code of conduct,
yeah.
And they went through the code of conduct and didn't say anything about political hats,
right.
So either way, it was just like, bro, you can't.
Right now, I do think it was wrong for that personnel to say throw it away. Now, whether that happened or not, truly, I think it could have been handled.
It definitely could have been handled differently.
Yeah, it could definitely be handled differently.
Hindsight's 20/20. Right?
Yeah.
I just thought that was funny, not to get
it definitely.
It's just like
so the Lions versus the Cardinals.
Yeah, there you go.
I really like the Lions in this game. Jared Goff.
He's got a pick in him, you think?
Oh,
still no touchdowns for St. Brown.
Well, Jameson Williams is showing up. He's finally not injured, and we're getting to see what this young talent can do. St. Brown is not the only talented receiver on that team. And they proved that by letting Josh Reynolds go to the Broncos this offseason. And he was a tremendous third receiver. But I think the Lions offense, with the mixture of Gibbs and Montgomery, changing pace on running back, and with their tight end, Laporta and Jameson Williams and, St. Brown on either side, I think that offense is just hard to deal with. And especially with that defense. Now, don't get me wrong, Arizona is not short on offensive players.
Harrison finally showed up last week.
I know last week we were dogging Marvin Harrison and saying, the guy's slow. We don't see the speed from college.
The hype wasn't
there. Were we wrong last week.
Yeah, he had 2 touchdowns.
I swear, he was sitting here listening to our podcast and was like, you know what? I'm going to show these guys this week. And he did. So he definitely has his playmaking abilities for this game. And, James Conner, he's healthy too. But I just see the Lions getting out of this one with a win. I think.
The Cardinals beat the Rams 10.
Mm-hmm.
And that was because Harrison, 130 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Oh, he was a complete game changer.
Connor had 122 yards in the touchdown.
But also, you're going up against a different defense, a better defense than
Murray was definitely all smiles. He was happy to be scoring touchdowns and making big plays.
Oh, yeah. It really makes the quarterback look good when the receiver is catching.
Who are you thinking?
I'm thinking the Lions.
You're thinking Lions? Lions lost to the Bucks last week. See why they lost. Well, Baker did throw a pick. Yeah, Goff was not looking. He had 300 yards, but he threw 2 interceptions, no touchdowns. Obviously, he did.
Well, this is a game you can stream him in against Arizona's offense.
I don't know. I think Murray's going to do it. And you're thinking Lions? I'm going Harrison again.
Okay.
All right. Oh yeah. This is a terrible game. What's going on here?
The Ravens against the Cowboys. This is my week to get some payback on the Cowboys. I was really pushing them over last week.
Our Ravens own 2.
And but that's going to change this week.
They lost to the Raiders, bro.
Shh. I think our defense is going to stop their run. Elliott and Rico has not been able to get anything going on the ground.
Yeah, right. They had a terrible loss to the Saints.
Yep. Now, obviously, CeeDee Lamb is their top playmaker.
He had 4 catches, 90 yards, and a touchdown.
Yeah. I think if they can lock him down, it's going to be Ravens' ball game. The Ravens have a good rushing offense. They're finding their way with the passing game. They couldn't get it done last week, but I think this week they're going to fight for it, and they're going to come back, and they're going to win.
So
I'm trying not to be biased because it's my team.
Did he leave the Cowboys?
He did.
And now he's back?
Yep.
Is this his first year back with them again?
Yep, they brought him back.
I didn't even know. It's
last season he was with the Patriots.
Okay, that's what I thought. He was a Patriot. Okay. All right. We didn't go real quick the last game. Guaranteed touchdown. Who do you think? Do you think Harrison? Or do you think Montgomery? Or do you think...
Oh, for a guaranteed touchdown?
Yeah.
I think Harrison can get another touchdown in this one.
Harrison. Or Connor. I'm going between either Connor or Harrison.
I would say Harris.
Really? Harrison?
Yeah, Harrison over Connor on this one.
All right, now guaranteed touchdown.
I think
they both can score one. Dak is going to throw a pick, that's for sure.
I think Derrick Henry's going to fall into the end zone.
You think he's got to run? Okay, I could see that. And do you think CD's going to get a touchdown on? I don't know.
He's going to really have to work for it.
I could see it, but I think Henry's a safer pick for a touchdown. But anyway, so who are you? Yeah, we're both going for Baltimore, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Sorry, Cowboys. Dak, I don't think you're worth that money.
It's like every time I pick the Cowboys, they lose.
Well, I don't think Dak's
So I
worth that
think
money.
whenever I need them to lose, I should pick for them.
Yeah,
but
root
I
for the
can't
Cowboys, Mike.
but I
Yeah,
can't
do
pick
it.
against my
You
team,
love the
honestly.
Cowboys.
Maybe in the bets.
You mean in the picks?
Because everything always goes opposite when I'm betting.
Okay, well, I guess that we're on to the primetime game.
Ooh.
So the Chiefs are 2-0, right?
Yeah, but there's
Falcons
still
1-1.
So it's going to be the Chiefs and the Falcons. Pacheco was put on IR. He did have a fibula injury. He's getting surgery. Surgery went fine from what I've read.
But yeah, IR. So you're looking at 5
they're
weeks or something.
5 to 7 weeks is what they said.
Yeah.
They did sign Kareem Hunt.
What year is he in?
Um,
Like 10 years, I want to say. Right?
Well, he's making his big return, but I think they're gonna rely on Steele, and once Kareem Hunt gets going, I think he'll get some plays in. But I think they're gonna see what the rookie can do. Man, Kirk Cousins looked good last week.
He did. He was having a good time.
I really like Bijan.
You sent that clip. He was partying. What was that, on the plane or something?
Mm-hmm.
He always likes to party hard.
And I really like Bijan Robinson.
By 1 point. And they were very happy to do that. Kirk Cousins had 240 yards, 2 touchdowns. Bijan had 97 yards. Mooney was his go-to guy, 88 yards, 1 touchdown.
I'm going to have to roll with the Chiefs on this one.
What do you think? Kelsey's going to have a usual game?
Yeah.
Like 4 catches, maybe?
4 catches. He'll get a touchdown.
Let's see what they did last week. That was a close one also, 26-25. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
We picked the Chiefs to win, but it was a close one. Yeah, Mahomes threw 2 picks. And obviously Pacheco got hurt. Rishi Ricer is his name. Burrow had 260 yards, 2 touchdowns. And Rice had a touchdown. A lot of field goals, I think, were made in that game. High scoring.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think a safe pick would be
The Chiefs.
the Chiefs. Yeah. I hope Bijan, guaranteed touchdown.
Now, I think fantasy-wise, I'm definitely going to start Bijan. I'm going to start Kirk Cousins. That Kansas City defense is kind of stout, but
You start Cousins. What is it? Quarterback 2?
Yeah, as a quarterback too.
Okay.
He's not your clear QBR 1, but if you need him, start him this week.
What? And you're gonna
Kansas
start,
City, I would start.
You're starting Mahomes, obviously.
I would stay away from the running back starting this week because you don't know how that's going to go through. But obviously Kels, on obviously their other receiver.
Does he even
Rice.
do anything? What did Kelsey even do? Hang on.
Oh, he was
He had 1 catch. He was thrown to 3 times. 1 catch for 5 yards. Was Taylor not there? What's going on?
Oh, they're on the phone.
Used to call me on the cell phone. And so this game should be in Atlanta. Oh, and what is that? That Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
Yeah,
That should be interesting.
nice stadium.
Very nice stadium. Yeah. Let's see. And that is obviously the primetime game, so they're going to be dolling it all up tomorrow night. Do you think Cousins has a pick in him or Mahomes? Because they both were a little sloppy. Anybody out? Oh, yes. Pacheco's out. The Edwards, Blair. Not really anybody on the Falcons, though. Some defensive players. And more, obviously. But, yeah, Chiefs definitely got it. Now, yeah, so we have the pleasure of 2 Monday football games.
2 Monday night games.
Apparently, unless I read it wrong.
Oh wow.
Go
Okay.
with the stupid Bills. Hate picking the Bills.
Oh, the Bills against the Jaguars. Uh, I don't know what's going on with the Jags. Trevor Lawrence is looking rusty. He's still finding his way out there. The Bills are no joke on defense, man. The Bills have been establishing their run game more so than passing. I still think they're trying to figure out what they had with newly rookie Keon Johnson and Curtis Samuel and Shear. But I think this is going to be Buffalo's game. I don't see the Jags getting anything done on the field. All their players except for their running back, I would keep on my bench.
I would if you had any player on Jacksonville, it would be a team. That's who I would start.
Now, if you have any Buffalo players, start their defense, start their kicker, start James Cook, their running back.
You think he's got a touchdown?
Yeah. Now, I wouldn't trust their receivers in this match, but and obviously, you gotta trust Josh.
Josh Allen. You think he's gonna run one in?
Oh, that's definitely doable.
Definitely doable. He is.
So
Obviously,
yeah,
they
I'm
had the
going
Thursday
Buffalo
game.
on this one.
We talked about that. Yeah, he had one. Yeah, Allen didn't have that good of a game, but they didn't need to, so they were probably playing.
Yeah, I think he has opportunity for a bounce back this week.
And like I said, they didn't need to because they knew they were going to win that game, so they weren't really going balls to the wall. Let's see. So Atini or Cook to get the touchdown?
I would say James Cook is going to get that touchdown
Guaranteed.
against the Jags. Guaranteed.
But Atini has a shot?
No, he's facing the Buffalo's defense.
Oh, you don't have any faith in that.
They're going to make it hard for him. But he is the one to start if you got to start
for sure.
a Jaguars player.
Yeah. He's definitely RB1.
Yeah.
Even against the Bills defense? Like, we're sure not flex?
Well, I wouldn't have him as my RB1 or 2 this week. He would definitely be a flex play if I needed him.
Yeah. All right. On to Burrow. Burrow looked good, man.
Burrow.
I'm starting
So
him
we
again.
got the Bengals against the Commanders.
Poor Burrow, he had that tough loss to the Chiefs. But he had 258 yards, 2 touchdowns.
They always start off slow and then they start finding their way. They're getting Higgins back this week.
Yeah, Higgins.
And that with, Jamar Chase, I wouldn't really rely on Zach Brown this week. Oh, Zach Moss, I'm sorry, against Washington because they can stop the run, but I don't see them stopping the pass. Obviously, the big bright spot on the Commanders has been Jaden Daniels, but mainly with his legs, not by the air. He's still not throwing for more than 10 or 15 yards.
A play? Yeah, I mean, he still had good stats, though. 23 of 29, 226 yards.
Yeah, but he's got to get the ball to his number one receiver, who is Terry McLaurin.
Oh, Scary Terry? Yeah. You're just saying that because you have him.
No, I'm not. I'm saying him because he is your ex-receiver.
You think?
He's your playmaker, and he's who you got to get the ball to, but that's not going to happen if you're only throwing 10 or 15 yards every play. That's going to be your tight end or your number 2 receiver.
You still need the big plays.
Your slot guy, yeah.
And that's definitely going to throw the defense
You still got to
off,
get the
too.
ball down the field, especially when it really matters. When you get to the playoffs, yeah, you're going to have to make those bombs. So he still has development to do. I'm going to say this is Bengals game against the Commanders. I don't see them doing anything in this match.
Remember, we didn't even want to pick the Commanders last week, but we did, and they won. But I think
we did.
I think the Bengals are ready for their first W.
Yep, I just don't think this is the week for the Commanders, but the Bengals will get their win.
So, any guaranteed touchdowns, or you don't even want to think about it?
I think Jamar Chase can get a touchdown in this one. He can show up.
Man, I hope so. That'd look good. About Robinson.
I can
Think
also
he's
see
out?
Robinson getting a touchdown in this one too.
I could see that too.
Because they do have a running game. They just don't have a passing game yet.
And Scary needs one, Terry.
Yeah.
So if that, we're not saying it's
I
guaranteed,
wish
but
he
if
would,
you-
but I
if
got
you
to
open
keep him
up-
on my bench. And yes, for you fantasy managers out there, it's just best to leave Terry McLaurin on your bench just to find out what's going to happen. And he could very well blow up this week. And if you really need him, yes. But if you have an opportunity to bench him because you can play somebody else, do so until we figure things out.
We think Burrow is still quarterback one.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's going to get his TDs this week.
All right. Which game do you think is going to be the best game of the week?
The best game of the week?
Do you think it's going to be prime time?
What's our Sunday night game?
Prime time is Kansas City Falcons.
I think that'll probably be better than the Bengals and Washington and Buffalo and Jags.
Well, isn't the Buffalo Jags, isn't that a divisional game?
The two games that I really like this week are the Cowboys and the Ravens, and not just because the Ravens are on my team, but because those are two high-profile teams.
Well, yeah.
With two
that's
good
definitely,
defenses.
people are definitely going to be more
And
interested
also, the Chiefs and the Falcons. That's a good primetime pick. The Falcons were able to...
I think, the prime time, that is the best looking game.
I mean, Falcons delivered this past primetime game on Monday night against
They
the
did?
Eagles.
Yeah.
Last seconds. I mean,
Definitely trending.
trust me, I lost money. And also a fantasy game over that. So, yeah.
Couple rough picks. Definitely.
It happens. to the best
Okay,
of
and
us.
MVP team of the week. Who do you think is going to do it?
Oh, MVP team?
Yeah, team.
Ooh.
Who's going to have the best?
That's a good one. Good question.
I could see
Um,
Steelers.
Oh, you're saying Steelers?
I could see them. I'm not saying. If Falcons win, I could see them having the best team. But they're not going to win. But if they were to.
I think the Saints.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
think
I
the
think that's gonna be a
Saints
very
are
tough
going to
game.
look really
That game's
good.
going to be good too. Yeah.
Derek Carr is going to show up again.
Right. Well, did you want to go over next week's or what's the next Thursday game?
Oh yeah, what is Thursday night's game coming up?
Cowboys Giants. No, we don't need to go over that.
So Cowboys facing the Giants on next Thursday. I'm gonna have to go Cowboys on that one.
Yep. Well, the Thursday game is rough to pick on.
It definitely.
Oh, well, they do have Ferguson back too. We didn't talk about that. Ferguson's back, tight end for Dallas, but
Oh, he's gonna need him.
oh yeah, he's
He's
definitely
gonna
gonna
need
need.
him.
But I think they'll be fine against the Giants.
But that would be my safe pick. is-
And who knows
Cowboys.
what's gonna happen? Could be injuries. So
and they're gonna need that win after they lose.
That's why I
to
don't
the
like talking
Ravens.
about that one. Like we don't even know if these people are gonna get injured.
Well,
And
it's
so-
just because our fans don't get to hear our wonderful voices
that's why we
until
talk. That's
Saturday.
the first game we talk about is Thursday.
It is, but this way they get a chance to hear us give us
Yeah,
predictions.
whatever. Okay, so
and
this
win.
is Mustang Mike. I'm Blurman Gus. These
Thank
are
you.
our picks. Good luck with fantasy.
And thank you for joining us again for week 3.
Week 3
We
down.
look forward to talking with you guys all season.
Yeah.
Please don't hesitate to leave us a comment, a
Oh,
like.
Oh man, hit
And
that like button.
Let your
bro.
friends know.
No, but most people have probably tuned out at this point, though. Really.
Well, I hope they're still giving us a chance. And for those of you that are
Yeah.
coming back for season 2 with us, thank you. We really appreciate it. Have a great weekend and good luck with
Yeah.
your picks.
Be safe. Happy football. All right. Let's do it.
You like how I threw that in there?
Yeah, that's good, man.
Like and